If you enjoyed the video, feel free to subscribe. We're getting closer and closer to 1,000 subscribers. Help us reach that next milestone. This video is an update on the Boarding Actions channel content and some of the information on the upcoming 10th edition Boarding Actions. I've got all the terrain mostly painted, just need to add a bit of color and then some rust weathering to fancy it up. The new studio is perfect size for Boarding Actions. We can still play 2K games of Warhammer 40k too. I pre-ordered the new Boarding Actions book. As soon as I get it, we will start putting out some Boarding Actions battle reports. Safe to say there is much more army building choice than combat patrol, with each attachment giving lists of units to choose from, not just a set-in-stone list like Combat Patrol. Warhammer Community did release a PDF of some of the upcoming core rules, so let's go over some of the difference between a regular 40k game and Boarding Actions, because there is a few different rules. Let's go over some of the key differences between regular Warhammer 40k games and the new 10th edition Boarding Actions. The core rules can be downloaded at the Warhammer Community website. Units can perform actions, but like the prior Nexus update actions, they do have restrictions. A unit cannot perform an action if they're battle shocked. If it becomes battle shocked, it fails any actions it's performing. A unit cannot perform an action if it's within engagement range of one or more enemy models. A unit cannot perform an action if it is advanced or fell back earlier this turn. A unit that is performing an action cannot make a normal advance, fall back, or charge move. And a unit that is performing an action cannot make ranged attacks. And those are the restrictions for doing an action in Boarding Actions. There are 6 core enhances in the new edition, with each attachment giving even more options. I like the looks of Close Quarters Killer on a melee heavy character. 4 core stratagems, command reroll and counter-offensive, are the same as a 1,000 or 2,000 point game, but Insane Bravery seems to be the 10th index Insane Bravery, where it can be used after a failed battle shock test and multiple times per game. This could get changed to how Insane Bravery works now, but with this being a new edition, it may be done on purpose, but I'm not really sure. I'll look at it when I get the actual book. There is one brand new core stratagem, Battlefield Command, that allows your leader to give a unit within 6 inches one of your leader's unit's abilities. More about leaders next. Leaders cannot be attached to any units in Boarding Actions. We need to use Battlefield Command to give a unit the leader could normally join its while leading a unit ability. The leader does not gain the benefit of this ability, only the selected unit. Objective markers, units need to be within 1 inch to be within range of an objective, so that's different from the usual 3 inches. And then there's hatchways. So opening hatchways can be done at the end of the movement phase if any models are within 1 inch of that hatchway. If there are enemy models within 1 inch of the other side of the hatchway, a roll-off occurs, adding the toughness of one of the models within 1 inch of the hatchway. Whoever wins the roll-off decides if the hatchway opens or remains shut. If the hatchway opens and models are now within engagement range, those units will be eligible to fight in the fight phase, but neither counts as made a charge move this turn. The movement phase, models with the fly keyword cannot fly, and their movement is reduced to a maximum of 9. Moving through open hatchways, models are unhindered. Models, however, cannot end a movement in the middle of a hatchway, cannot measure through walls or close hatchways, and engagement range is within 2 inches. And then we have a thing called tactical maneuvers. In the shooting phase, we can select one or more units to do a tactical maneuver with some restrictions. If so, the unit cannot shoot or charge this turn. Secure sight is sticky objective but can only be done by a battle line unit. Set to defend, each time models in your unit makes a melee attack, +1 to the hit roll. Then we have set Overwatch. 6 is to hit, so it's same as regular 40k, but this is a tactical maneuver, so we can use this on multiple units per turn. Some rules will allow units to hold steady, making Overwatch hit on 5s instead of the normal 6s to hit. Now let's go through the difference in the shooting, charge, and the fight phase. So for the shooting phase, a wall, closed hatchway, or a model that is not part of the targeted model will block line of sight. Open hatchways do not block line of sight. Indirect fire weapons lose the indirect fire ability, can only allocate damage to models the attacking unit can see. No more wiping a whole unit because we had a weapon tip sticking out. Only the models the attacking unit can get line of sight on take damage. Models receive the benefit of cover unless a model is fully visible to one or more models in the attacking unit. Save characteristics do not affect the benefit of cover like normal 40k games, where cover cannot take a 3+ save down to a 2+ save. You can actually do this in Boarding Actions. So the difference in the charge phase is you can only select units to charge that are visible to the charging unit. And then in the fight phase, you cannot consolidate into models that were not visible when starting the consolidate move. And it also seems we need to consolidate into a unit and can only consolidate if we end the movement and engagement range of an enemy unit. We cannot consolidate towards an objective unless we end the consolidate move into an enemy unit as well. I could be wrong here, so let me know in the comments if I kind of got this consolidation wrong. Now for some final thoughts. I'm really excited for the boarding actions, all new detachments and missions. The new core rules are simple enough to understand, but they seem to have put some thought into the 10th edition rules set for the boarding actions. I may have missed something or misunderstood a rule. Feel free to point it out since we are all starting fresh with this edition of boarding actions. I hope you are all as excited as I am for these boarding actions battle reports. More boarding actions content on Friday next week. I may switch this to Wednesday, I'm not sure, but I do want to have a set boarding actions day in the schedule where we will hopefully have some more information on other detachments and list options. And I'll throw up one of the detachments that they have shown us at Warcom, and this is how it works. So you can kind of pick of this list of what you want to take in your list. So there is a little bit of list selection. I'm quite excited for this. And like I always say, thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by.